everybody, Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, and this week's contract tip has to do with the GREC license laws on advertising and business cards. So I have been getting asked a lot lately, does my broker's phone number and does my office address need to appear on my business card? So we are going to talk about the GREC rules about marketing and advertising. Now this is a whole body of rules that encompass a lot of things. It encompasses any type of media, advertising, and marketing. And media includes anything. It includes print marketing, print advertising, newspaper ads, signs, directionals, all of your posts on social media, electronic advertising, postcards, and business cards. So I'm not going to cover the whole body of law, which you can find in GREC Rule 520-1-.09. But let me first talk about business cards. So basically, the GREC rule in general is all licensing, all marketing, all advertising must be done in the name of your broker, must be done under the direct supervision of your broker, and must not be misleading nor inaccurate. That is the overall governing content or issue to adhere to in any and all marketing and advertising. And those tenets right there, they apply to any and all marketing and advertising, including your business cards, car magnets, everything. So, and again, this whole, all of the laws pertaining to marketing and advertising, there's a lot more to it. I just want to talk a little bit about business cards, since that is the question that has been posed to me of late. So in general, all advertising, whether you're advertising a specific property for sale or whether you're advertising yourself. For example, if you send out any type of marketing or advertising that says, hey, look, I'm in real estate, contact me if you have any questions about the market, contact me if you want to know what's going on in your neighborhood, contact me if you want a free market analysis. That would be not advertising a specific property, but that still falls under marketing and advertising. So again, all marketing and advertising must not be misleading nor inaccurate, must be done in the name of your broker, and must be done under the direct supervision of your broker. Now, in the name of your broker, that doesn't mean the actual broker person's name. It means the brokerage's name. And that name may either be the corporate name or any trade name that is registered with the Georgia Real Estate Commission. Now, if you are, and when it says in the name of your broker, it must be done in, the law says, in a manner reasonably calculated to attract the attention of your public. Again, you can't be a sole practitioner of real estate. Your broker holds your license and holds your liability. Therefore, the public must have a way to get in touch with the broker, must know that you are who the broker is who holds your license. So then it goes on to say, if you are advertising a specific property for sale, whether that be a house, a commercial piece of property, an apartment, multifamily, subdivision, condominium, land, whatever it is that you are marketing and or advertising, it gets a little more specific regarding the advertising. Required, so everything above still holds place, still is in place. Then it is required that the broker's name be in equal or greater size, prominence, and frequency as you of the agent. And the same thing with the phone number. The broker's phone number must be on there and must be advertised in a greater, in the same, equal or greater size, frequency, and prominence as yours. So in other words, you may not have a sign that says, you know, property for sale, and you're putting it in front of a property for sale, or any type of marketing, not only a sign, but a flyer, electronic. We'll get to electronic in just a second. So forth and so on. But when you're marketing a property, it must say Maximum One Realty, Greater Atlanta, or whatever the name is, the trade name is, that is actually registered with GREC. That can't be on the sign or on your marketing once and then your name, Dana Sparks, Dana Sparks, Dana Sparks, Dana Sparks. That's not in the same frequency. As far as the same size and prominence, you can't have Dana Sparks in size 24 bold font and then Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors in size 8 Pika Elite font. That doesn't cut it for prominence and size. So if you want to have Dana Sparks, Dana Sparks, Dana Sparks, Dana Sparks, you have to have Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors. If you have your cell phone, your cell phone, your cell phone, you must have your broker's office phone, office phone, office phone. So that's what that means when you're advertising a specific property, is that the brokerage's name and phone number must be on there and must be in equal or greater size, prominence, and frequency as your name and your phone number. Then optional is you don't have to include your name, but I would suggest that you do. But optional is affiliated licensee's name or team name and a telephone number other than the broker, for example, your cell phone number or your office number. And optional would be your email address or website. So again, all of those specifics fall under advertising or marketing a specific piece of property. Nowhere in any of the GREC license law rules on marketing or advertising does it have anything about an address for you being on any piece of marketing or media or advertising. So getting back to the specific question of business cards. Well, if your business card is just marketing yourself and your services in general, then it still must be done in the broker's name. So you must have your brokerage's name or trade name, and again, reasonably calculated so that the public, to attract the public's attention. So again, you can't have a business card with your name prominent and then the brokerage's name small, but it doesn't necessarily have to be equal or greater size, prominence, or frequency. That's just for a specific property. So for a business card, it definitely must have your broker's name in a manner to reasonably attract the public's attention, must be done under the direct supervision of your broker, has nothing about your broker's phone number, and has nothing about an address. So if, however, your business card is ever going to be in a listing, then that falls under marketing the specific property, and you'd better have your broker's phone number at that point. Now, your broker, depending on what brokerage you're with, if you're not with Maximum One, your broker may have a policy on business cards. But per the GREC license laws in and of themselves, you don't have to have your broker's phone number on there. Regarding an address, some of you work in, for example, Maximum One. We have offices all over Metro Atlanta, and you could have your home office in one office, but inevitably you're going to get clients and customers in another part of town where we have another office. There is nothing that's in any of the GREC license laws regarding marketing and advertising that say anything about an address. So you do not need to include an address on your business card. Now, there might be some situations where an address might help and might be of benefit to you to attract clients and customers. There may be other situations where having an address might detract. If your home address, for example, is Woodstock and you are working down in Douglasville, that might not enhance your, the public's perception of your knowledge of Douglasville. We know it has nothing to do with it, but it might not be desirable. However, if you work in Douglasville, you might want that address so the public knows that your office is right there in the community. So you may have several business cards printed up as long as they are in compliance with the Georgia Real Estate Commission's rules on marketing and advertising. Now, one more thing, just because it does come up very frequently, is when you are marketing and advertising on social media. So a lot of times there's not enough room in your Facebook post, in your Instagram photo, in your YouTube, in your Twitter, your tweet. There's not necessarily enough room on that platform because of the rules of the social media in and of itself, to fulfill all of the requirements of the Georgia real estate license laws for doing this. So what do? Well, GREC has taken that into account, and basically to sum up what the GREC rules are on marketing and advertising online on the internet with respect to social media is the public must be one direct click away from getting to a website that is in full-blown GREC compliance. So if you are marketing, and that's whether it be you're marketing yourself and your real estate services that you have to offer, or if you are marketing a property for sale, you must include, again, whether it be Facebook, a tweet, Instagram, whatever it is that you're doing, you must include a link that the public may click on, a link, and they are one click away. It must be a direct link, one click away to a website that is in full-blown GREC compliance. So that could either be your broker's website or your agent website, as long as those websites are in compliance. And it does go on to say that your website, mostly because you are marketing properties for sale, the broker's name and phone number must be on every single page of your website. When the public is online on your website looking for properties or looking at you, just researching you, the public must know who the brokerage is and have a way to contact the broker. So the broker's name, and again, that could be the actual corporate name or the trade name as registered with GREC, and phone number must be on every viewable page of your agent website and your company's website. So I think that pretty much covers it. One other thing about on your signs or any again, this isn't just signs, it is flyers or anything where you're marketing a property for sale. Again, this is license law, but not under this section of license law. You must have, in order to market and advertise a property for sale, you must have that seller, that owner, or the owner's authorized agent's written permission to market it and advertise it for sale. And regarding this body of license law, where it talks about the broker's name, size, prominence, and frequency, that can include a logo. So if your company has a logo that is large, then that is part of the size, prominence, and frequency. It's not just the name and the font, but that can include the logo of your brokerage. One thing back about having the owners or the authorized agents written permission to market a property. With properties, with your agent website, if you have signed an IDX reciprocity, and that stands for Internet Data Exchange, don't hold me to that one though. If you have that signed agreement, which all brokerages, well, I won't speak for all, but we have with, and the majority of brokerages here do have signed with FMLS and Georgia MLS. That means that on the broker website, we already have that written permission from the other brokers to market and advertise their listings for sale by virtue of them when they are listed in FMLS and Georgia MLS. Then we as brokers have given that permission for other brokers to market those properties. That's part of what the IDX reciprocity is. When you as an agent, when you have your own agent website and you sign an IDX reciprocity agreement, you too are giving permission to participate in those permissions through FMLS and Georgia MLS. However, so that's permission for you to market other FMLS and Georgia MLS listings on your agent website when those IDX reciprocity agreements are signed. However, just because a property is in FMLS or Georgia MLS, that does not give you permission to market another agent's or another broker's listing. If you find it in an MLS, if you find it in FMLS or Georgia MLS, that doesn't give you permission to take that listing out and market it on your Facebook page, on your Twitter. You can't tweet out that listing. You cannot market it in your own personal social media without that owner's specific written permission or the written permission of the authorized agent, which would be the listing broker. While we're on the topic, just one more thing I feel compelled to bring up is part of the GREC rules on marketing and advertising. And again, you can find this, you can find the whole body of rules and the license law pertaining to this in GREC Rule 520-1-.09. But one thing I also need to remind you of is whenever you are contacting the public, and whether that be any type of contact by telephone, by written print, or by electronic print, licensee must make every reasonable attempt to assure that the public knows they are being contacted by a licensee. In other words, you may not contact anybody with respect to anything having to do with real estate and not let them know that you are in fact a licensed agent with a broker that holds your license. You cannot pretend like you're just an interested public person to try and find out. For example, if you're calling, well, I'm not going to give any examples, but just in general, you must assure that the public knows that they are being contacted by a licensee. And if you are, well, I'll do another one. I was going to say, if you are marketing or selling or renting your own property, you also must disclose that you are a licensed agent in the state of Georgia. You either must put seller holds a real estate license in Georgia, or you must put seller has real estate license number, so forth and so on. I think I might do a whole nother video tip on agent as principal. But anyway, just a couple of other little main things that come up relatively often when we are talking about marketing and advertising. So, hope this contract tip helps you out. Thank you so much for watching. Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, satisfying your needs with service, innovation, and education.